I'm going to walk you through the exact key code combinations to press on your Roku remote to access secret menus and secret features that you probably don't know about. Tech it before you wreck it. What's up, geeks? I'm Kirk. I think this is really cool, and you gotta hang out for secret menu number 6 because that one is easily the most useful one. If you only remember one, that's the one to remember. So I'll walk you through 8 different secret codes on your remote, how to do this, how to access them, and exactly what they do. I've got a cheat sheet of all the key combinations down in the description so you can follow along there. So without further ado, let's jump right into these secret codes. So for all of these, we're gonna start right here on our home screen, and that's when we punch in these key combinations. And I'm gonna start with number 1, which is called developer settings. So follow along with me. We're gonna hit home 3 times, up 2 times, right, left, right, left, right. And this is like a contra code. This is pretty cool stuff here. Home, 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 up, up, right, left, right, left, right. Boom. That should take you right into this menu. This is the developer settings menu. And as you can see, it's not something most of us would need, but this is for people who are developing apps for the Roku box. And it allows you to install the app installer and then restart the box. It also gives you some information about getting to the developer portal there with the IP address, as well as a developer username. Again, most of us will never need this, but that is the first menu that we're jumping into today. Number 2 is the wireless secret menu. And if you're having Wi-Fi problems, this is the one that you want to know about. So here's how we get into it. Home, 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 up, down, up, down, up. All right, here's the wireless secret screen. And you can see it's got a lot of granular data about our wireless connection, our Wi-Fi access point name. It's got our Wi-Fi channel. It's got information about the signal strength, even down to packet frames being sent and retried, things like that. The driver version number, a lot of stuff that you might need if you're trying to do some Wi-Fi troubleshooting. You also have a couple of options here. Resets gives you a bunch of different reset options. You can reset just the driver, you can reset the chip and reload the driver. You can do a chip reset test and a couple of other options here as well. Again, if you're having Wi-Fi issues, this might be a lifesaver. Also, some options to enable and disable certain logging for specifically messing around with the Wi-Fi stuff. Most of us, unless you're having Wi-Fi issues, should be able to move on to the next menu. Number 3 is just called the secret screen. This one's pretty useful. Here's how we get into it. Home, 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 home. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, rewind, rewind, boom. Here's our secret screen. And this gives you a lot of very good basic information about your Roku box. So I've got a build date, when this box was actually built, the version number, the serial number, the device ID, the Ethernet MAC address, the wireless MAC address. Also, this is kind of interesting. You've got the uptime, which tells you how long this box has been turned on since the last reboot. You also have the power on time, kind of the same thing, but the power lifetime is interesting. This is how many hours this box has been turned on since being built, which is kind of interesting to see, especially if you have a Roku box that's been around for a while. That number might be pretty high. We have some menus here. The first 2 are things that you can access through the normal settings menu, but this is a different way of getting to them. You've got a soft factory reset as well as a factory reset. Of course, that one will take your box back to the way it was when you first bought it. You've got a USB test here. You can cycle the streaming store server if you're having issues with your store on the actual Roku box. I'm not sure what this one is. Cycle SWUP server. And then you can update the software. So some of these might be pretty useful, especially if you're looking for a quick way to reset your box, to factory reset your box. This is a menu you might want to jump into to do that. Number 4 is affectionately called Secret Screen 2. So let's get into this one by pressing home, 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 up, right, down, left, up. Boom, Secret Screen 2. And this is kind of a continuation of the last one, hence the name Secret Screen 2. Has some basic information about some advertising stuff there on the left-hand side. And then you've got a bunch of different options here, and these mostly relate to the advertisements in your Roku. Here's a big bummer. You used to be able to turn off the ads on the Roku box in this menu, but they recently removed that feature. So that kind of stinks, but if you are having issues with the ads, ads may be showing up funny or not showing up at all on your box, and you want to fix that for some reason, you can go through these different options to cycle the image service, cycle screenshot output format, cycle the home screen and banner server. You can cycle the ad channel, the radio remote auto pairing, the radio remote auto update. You've got some login info. You can reset and refresh the advertising stuff, that portion of the operating system. Most of us will not use the stuff in the secret screen too, so let's jump out of this one. Number 5 is useful, the HDMI secret screen. If you want to know more about which HDMI formats are supported by your device, use this key combination. Home, 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 down, left, up, up, up. Boom. This is the HDMI secret screen. On the left, we've got some really good HDMI support information telling us which versions of HDMI outputs are supported right now based on what we've got connected to the box. So in my case, I've got 4K 60 Hertz, yes. 4K 30 Hertz, yes. But you'll see 1080i is not supported with this connection. And you've got 4K HDR not supported with my current connection. You also have a couple of options here. You can enable HDMI fast suspend or disable that. You can disable automatic recovery. Then you can mess around with the inputs and the TV inputs. There's a test for that. So if you're having issues with your Roku box communicating via HDMI with your TV, this is where you want to do some troubleshooting. And you'll also notice, oddly enough, this menu does not have a cancel option like the other ones. I'm not sure why, but we can just press the back button on the remote and that'll take us out of this menu. Number 6 is my favorite, and I think the most useful of all these menus. And there's some misinformation out there with the wrong key combination. I think what happened is they actually changed the key combination. So I figured out what the current combination is, and here it is. Home, 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 fast forward, down, rewind, down, fast forward. Boom, here it is, the platform secret screen. Again, I think this is the most useful one. Look at the top, it tells us the temperature of the box or the processor, likely in Celsius, of course. And then it's got some really cool information, the CPU speed. And you'll notice that speed moves around. Right now it's at 1200 megahertz, but that'll go all the way down to 250 megahertz, probably throttling the processor to maintain the temperature of the device itself. You've got your IP address, some basic wireless information there. And then look at these menus. These menus are super useful. So system operations, for example, gives us a list of a whole bunch of other operations menus. Some of these may look familiar because they're things that we could do in some of the other menus, but I like this menu because it's got a whole lot of stuff all in one, a display menu, a network menu, an audio menu. If I go back out, I've got an RF remote menu, which is a whole bunch of options for messing around with your RF remote. If you're having problems with that, you might want to check that out. The wireless secret screen, this looks familiar because I just showed you this. This takes us to the screen that we looked at with a different key combination. Then we have an IP6 secret screen, which actually has an option for a speed test in here, which is kind of cool. You can also turn IP6 on and off if that's causing problems for you. You've got your fast boot secret screen, which can enable fast boot or disable fast boot. And then this is cool. Check this out. This is view remote button presses. If something's going weird with your remote and you're trying to figure out what is going on, this button doesn't seem like it's working, well, this menu will actually let you kind of mess around with all the buttons and make sure they're working. Every time you press a button, it'll register that on the screen there, and you see they pop up and they stick. You can continue to press those buttons. And well, this is a great way, again, if you've got problems with your remote and you feel like one of the buttons might not be working, this is how you can truly figure out if it is in fact working or not. And you can't get out of this menu because the back button doesn't work, but there's a certain key combination. You press home and then star, and it'll jump you out of that menu, get you back to the platform secret screen. Again, my favorite of all these screens. If any of them you remember, this I think is the one that you'll use the most. Although number 7 is pretty useful as well, and I think this is something that you might want to jump into. So here's how you get into it. Press home 3 times, home, 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 up, up, left, right, left. And here we go. This is the channel info menu. And basically channels are apps on a Roku device. You know that if you have a Roku, that's just what they call them. This shows you every single app installed, shows you the version number as well as the build number. So if you're trying to troubleshoot something and you want to make sure you've got the right version of that app installed, this is how you figure it out. And it's a great, easy way to go through and remove the apps that you don't want anymore. Because when you click on one of these apps, it'll give you the option to remove the app. A lot easier than removing them through the operating operating system itself because it's all in one list here. I think this one is super useful for a lot of people. Finally, this last one doesn't take you to a menu, but it actually reboots the Roku device for you. So if you need a quick way to reboot your Roku without going into any menus, because you can do this in the settings menu, this is what you do. Home, 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 up, rewind, rewind, fast forward. Watch what happens here. So it kind of scrolls through the menu for a second there, and then it freezes, and now it's going through that reboot process. And if you give it about 30 to 45 seconds, it'll actually reboot back to the reboot screen and get you back into the main menu of your Roku box. Hope you found that useful. If there's a secret code that I don't know about that I missed in this video, throw it in a comment below. Let me know. I'd love to try it out. And comment as well. Let me know which of these secret screens you might find the most useful. I do think number 6 and number 7 are probably my favorites. And I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow here on YouTube, but it also helps to make sure you guys see my future unboxings, tech hack videos like this, and reviews coming your way here on the channel on YouTube. Tech it before you wreck it. I'm Kirk.